Leon Johnson, captain of Guyana, one of the most decorated players, captains in the region. Um, Calling time on your first class career. Um, what made you decide now is the time?
Look, I've been playing for Guyana for was it 19 years since I made my debut. 2008 onwards when I was a consistent member of the team. Um, Look, and I've have a few commitments outside of cricket as well, and it's hard for me to give cricket 100% at this time. So I looked at my performances as well over the last couple of seasons, and I think it's the right time to step away from at least from Guyana's team. There are other cricketing opportunities out there, but I think in terms of playing for Guyana, I've given enough, and it's time to look at other things.
19 years is a long time. 19 years in any job is a long time. Far less for being an athlete, obviously, wear
Yeah.
and tear on your body and stuff. What have you enjoyed that has kept you in the game for such a long time?
I just love going out there and playing cricket. Any cricket match I go to, I always give 100%. It's always been a privilege to represent Guyana. So I just love being out there in the sun, sometimes in the rain. Just love it. It's been a passion of mine since I was a little boy, and I'm happy that I was able to represent Guyana for such a long time and play some international cricket as well.
What got you started in cricket?
Well, growing up as my uncles, a lot of my uncles played cricket. I'm in a settlement where I grew up. I said cricket and football were the main sport, and that's what you do after school every day. And looking at TV, looking at cricket on TV, looking at the likes of Ambrose and Walsh and Chandapal at the time. I mean, I could have pronounced Chandapal's name when I was pretty small, and then Brian Lara and these guys. It motivated me to one day want to represent West Indies.
You mentioned that you grew up in an Amerindian village. We don't have a lot of those representatives in West Indies cricket, regional cricket, far less. How proud of a moment was it for you knowing that you came from a village like that to then go on to represent Guyana and the West Indies?
Yeah, very very proud moment. Regardless where you're from, I mean, there are lots of talented guys around Guyana's cricket. Kimo Paul and these guys would have grew up in same kind of areas and managed to come out and play to reach the highest level of the game. So it was a very proud moment for me and my family as well.
Now, you've been around regional cricket, right? The 4-day championship where it is now wasn't what it was when you started to play cricket. What are your thoughts on how it's progressed and professionalized?
Yeah, I think it's progressed well over the last, was it 8 years? We missed a year through COVID. So it's progressed well over the last 8 years. The only regression would obviously be the 5 rounds that we're playing now from the 10 that we started. I think that was good that you were able to play home and away for the first time. The second time in regional cricket. I remember in 2005 there was a 12 rounds of cricket home and away. But it's good that guys are playing more cricket. Obviously earning more when you play more cricket. So it's been good for the career.
What would you like to see be done for the growth of cricket at the first class level?
I think we need to get better pitches. I think there should be a system where we start grading pitches, and if pitches don't meet the required standard, there should be some kind of penalty there for the ground or the board or whatever whoever facilitates that. I think that's where we need to start having better pitches for first class cricket.
And what advice would you have for up and coming cricketers who may be entering grassroots cricket and then moving on to first class cricket? What advice would you have for them, both boys and girls?
Yeah, it's just to dedicate yourself to the game, and try and be the best version of yourself. Cricket is a game that calls for a lot of dedication, a lot of time. A guy once told me that cricket is like a jealous girlfriend or jealous wife. It needs all of your time. So the more time you put into it, the more you get out of it.
I'm sure you would have had lots of memories along the way. 19 years is a lot of time.
Yeah.
Um, what is one memory that stands out for you?
Well, you put me on the spot there. I think team-wise, when we were able to win that first championship after after I think it was 18 years when we were able to win that first championship. Knowing that was my first full season captain in Guyana as well, it was a very, very proud moment for me. Personally, uh, has to be one of something. I remember probably on a semi-final 100 against Jamaica at Kensington Oval, to win the game for Guyana to take us into the final in 2017. That was, yeah, I think that was one of the highlights of my career batting as well.
And who are your most stubborn opponents that you've played?
Um, Stubborn. When you say stubborn, in 4-day cricket, the Leeward Islands have got the better of us on several occasions. They're probably most stubborn, most competitive. Obviously, would have been Barbados. It's always a joy to play against Barbados, especially at Kensington Oval. Yeah.
Biggest rivalry?
Biggest rivalry, history.
Alright, thank you, Leon Johnson, and all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.